So I'm gonna feed Scout. These are Torpedos. I made them in advance, and this is how I make a bunch and keep in the refrigerator. But he goes through about 14 or 50, so you can tell he's actually really hungry right now. So the best thing to do when you're gonna give Torpedos, because he's got a scissor beak, is you really anchor him into your side. So you use your elbow, and I just kind of go on the top of his head. I have this in my hand, and he wants it. I grab a hold of his beak, and I aim for the side of his mouth.
I'm gonna go wide so I can.
Okay. So I always let him ask me. And it's really pretty easy. He looks like he's fighting, but he actually wants it. Let's go. So kind of let him go at his own pace. And when you do it, these are nice and firm. They're not mushy, or they would kind of fall apart in his mouth. But I kind of do a hook. I don't go straight back. Hook it down. And if my finger goes in his mouth, it's not a big deal. He doesn't seem to mind it. I don't have too long nails, but he's always asking for it. The key for me is holding on to the top of his beak with these two fingers, and this finger I use for his scissor beak. Since he goes to the left, I use this finger to kind of open his mouth just a tiny bit. And by turning his head a little bit, it kind of shows the side of his mouth. So you kind of have to play with the right size. Like, that's kind of a big one. What do you see, Scout? So it goes in pretty easy. If you have a hard time holding your chicken, you can always cut off a sleeve off of the sweatshirt and put it over so that the wings aren't flapping around. But he's actually really pretty good about it. And he actually gets to taste the food and feel like something is actually going down his throat. You want one more? And then the dog will always eat the rest of whatever drops off. Okay, that's it. Now he goes back in with his ladies.